Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consulting, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm United States Army veteran. Thank you for joining me this evening for my bi-weekly live Q&A session on the VA disability compensation claims process, where I'm going to attempt to answer your questions as it pertains to the VA compensation process. But before we get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. And the reason why it's so important to hit that notification button, because if you're subscribed to my channel, every time I upload a video, every time I upload a notification saying that I'm going live in 24, 48 hours, whatever, you will get notified on your phone. So I'm subscribed to other individuals' YouTube channel, and every time they post a video or something, I get a notification or alert on my phone. Okay. So it's very important not just to subscribe, but make sure you hit that notification button. Okay. Also, before we get started, just as a disclaimer, this presentation is for educational and informational purposes only. As in some of my YouTube videos that I post, I always encourage veterans to continue to go out and do their own research, okay? Because this claim process can be very frustrating. It can be very difficult. If you've been to the VA's website, you looked at the 38 CFR, the M21 reference manual, there is a lot of information and it changes periodically, okay? So if you ever taken a training where I maybe took you through the M21, how to subscribe, how to search and look for court cases, and how to get to the 38 CFR, you know it can be difficult to find certain information, okay? Also, let me know where you're logging in from, where you're watching me from, give you a shout out, and don't forget to like tonight's video, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead. I want to talk about one thing. I posted a video about, I think recently, about ACE exams, when ACE exams are prohibited, okay? And I talked in that video about the pros and cons when the ACE exams are prohibited. And one thing that I've been seeing with clients and other veterans and I talked about this in that video, where veterans, they'll submit a DBQ and or Nexus statement, okay? And then the VA won't request an in-person CMP exam. An ACE exam will be conducted. So they'll send that over to that examiner. And one thing I talked to a couple of vets about was it was for a mental condition. If you look at that video, if you look at the M21, when they're prohibited from doing an ACE exam, a mental exam, okay? So if it happens to you, make sure you're aware of it, because guess what? If you have to do an HLR, high-level review, what are you arguing? What are you arguing? What is the facts that you're arguing? Hey, claim this mental condition or claim the secondary to something. Core GM21, it states you were prohibited from doing that, so that ACE exam should have never been requested. So you know where you're arguing. But again, everybody's case is different. So that's why you, the veteran, not only do you have to be familiar with your claim, you have to be familiar with or how the VA claims process can impact it. Okay, so that's very important. So wait a minute. So you want to make sure that, hey, you know about what's going on with your claim. All right. So I already said, welcome everyone, gave a disclaimer, and I'm just going to go ahead and I want to jump into the Q&A session, because I'm keeping this to an hour. And I know the last couple of times I did this, there was some unanswered questions. All right. So periodically throughout tonight's presentation, I'm going to put in the comment box the link. Leave me a Google review about my Q&A session. Let me know, hey, Dwayne, I think you talk too much. Hey, Dwayne, I think it's super what you're doing. I get a lot of comments on my YouTube videos. So now I'm asking, hey, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And also that way you can share with other veterans what you think about your experience, either with my videos or my live Q&A sessions. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into some Q&A. So again, let me know where you're from, and I'll bring it up on the screen. All right. So Eagle Wings, remember you from a couple of weeks ago. Welcome back. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. And Eagle Wings asks, hey, Dwayne, thank you for all you do. You're most definitely welcome. It's my pleasure and passion to educate veterans. I just got IU that took 3 years at a HLR. It even had enough service connection to make housebound, but they overlooked that. How do I recoup this housebound status from what form do I need? Okay, well, this is the thing. Now, I'm just thinking about if you meet the scheduler criteria. So in IU, if whatever you claimed IU for, okay, let's just say, for example, you had 70% for IU, and then you have other disabilities totaling 60% or higher, and they granted that IU based solely on the PTSD. So the PTSD is the condition they're going to look at being 100% because that's why they granted IU, even though it's at 70, okay? So bear with me. So they're going to look at that 70% PTSD they granted IU for as the overall single disability, of 100%, all right? And then the other disabilities totaling 60% or higher, okay? Now, if they granted all those benefits due to IU, then there's no single 100 there, okay? Now, just hypothetically, let's say they did, all right? So and you got other disabilities totaling 60% or higher. I don't think you have to request that. I did a video on a CUE, clear and unmistakable error. So that's a failure to grant a particular benefit. But you, the veteran, has to know, okay, I claimed IU based on what? What conditions did they use? Was it one condition, like the example I gave you of 100%, 70% for PTSD, but they granted IU solely for that, and you have other disabilities totaling 60% or higher, okay? Then he asks, do I need an easy form? Is it, there you go. Say, I just asked that question, a CUE. Do I need in a lay evidence form? I'm stuck. Please advise also if the IU was initiated back 3 years with housebound. Well, yeah, if it was initiated 3 years ago and you meet that criteria. So you have to look at two things. What is the criteria for SMCS? That's housebound, special monthly compensation, okay? What is the criteria for that? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, I meet that criteria. Does it rise to a level of a CUE? Okay. So I did a video. I have videos on my YouTube channel on both. One is SMC, where I talk about SMCK, SMCS, and SMCL. SMCK is loss of use of a creative organ. SMCS is housebound. SMCL is aid in attendance. Okay. So you want to make sure you meet the criteria for SMCS, which is housebound. And then look at the video. And if you do, look at the video about CUEs. And I talk about, I think I give some examples. It's been a while, but I think I give some examples of some possible CUEs. So if you meet that criteria, that's clear and unmistakable error because they failed to grant the SMCS. But you have to make sure you, the veteran, do you qualify for it? Okay. 4 months, got C-file, interesting, diagnostic code 7811. I'm presuming that's what you're saying, pages. 7,811 pages on one CD. Slow, don't make copies. LOL, great information. All right. So everyone, I'm going to put that link to my Google, my business review. I just uploaded. So, either during this session, during this Q&A, please go out, leave a Google review, help other veterans see this. We got up to 87 people watching me tonight, and let's get those likes up. All right. Hold on. I want to make sure everybody give me a thumbs up. I'm pretty sure everybody can see me or hear me. Okay. All right. So let's see what else. Rolando Solomon, clothing allowance forms are due. I'm glad you said that because I forgot. I have to get mine in, everyone. So clothing allowance, I haven't touched on that. Maybe I'll make it in my next video, but that's a benefit not on the VBA side, Veterans Benefits Administration. It's on the Veterans Healthcare side. Okay. And so you have to submit that form through prosthetics. So Rolando, thank you for sharing that. That's so important. And I always wait till the last minute every year to get mine. I'm glad you said that because I got some things I got to get. So for example, and again, this is on the healthcare side. So you still have to be educated, but from what I know, you can get up to 4 clothing allowances if you're service connected for the knees and you have a certain knee brace. From my understanding, it has to be the metal knee brace, the DunJoy. And if you don't know what those are, look at the like offensive line, and I think even some NFL quarterbacks, they wear them, that big bulky brace. Okay, if you have just a slip over brace, that doesn't qualify. From what I know, from my experience, it has to be the big DunJoy. It's called DunJoy, bulky brace. And a lot of football players wear. Okay, that's the only brace that I know I approve. Now, you probably go to another VHA and those prosthetic, representative, they may grant it. But again, from my experience, dealing with VHA and talking to other vets, that's the back brace. I'm sorry, knee brace. And then there's a back brace. There's different ones. I have the link from their website. I think someone sent it to me. I have to find it, but I keep a folder of the previous clothing allowances that I submitted. Okay. And then there's skin creams. Okay. A lot of skin creams the VA don't give out. Okay. Why? I have no clue. Okay. But Rolando, thank you for sharing that information. And again, deadline is July 31st. Okay. And I forgot. So everyone also just want to make aware everybody can see my my website down at the bottom going across kmd89.com. Go there. There's a lot of information. A lot of people, ask me, say, hey, Dwayne, what are you doing in the community? What are some of the educational services that you provide? A lot of information can be found on my website. Okay. A lot of good information there. I even have repeated questions or just self-information or FAQs, if you will. Okay. So Michael, thanks, Mr. Kimball. I'm 100% now due to mood disorder. I also have an ED claim needs to put in and trying to see what I can service connect it with. I also have diabetes, sleep apnea. Okay. Hey, first of all, Michael, congratulations on maximizing benefits. But I see you said 100%. So my question to you, are you permanent in total? P&T. And in that rating decision, it should have been, when they granted the 100%, they should have said also service connection for, I think it's chapter 35, dependent benefits. If it's in that rating decision, that's P&T. Okay. Okay. Jonathan, hey, I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse of knowledge, but me and my wife are thinking about living on the road full time. How does healthcare work while I'm doing this? I don't know if how I said this was clear enough. Yeah. So I'm assuming that you're trying to, you're going to be traveling and you're going to be trying to get, if you're going state to state, and you stop in, you want to see a VA, a particular VA medical center. I've seen veterans, going like a tour, starting in Jacksonville, Florida. They go all the way over to San Diego. They go to the VA hospital in Pensacola. They stop in New Orleans, stop in San Antonio, Houston, El Paso, San Diego. But from my understanding, I have a primary VA medical center. Okay. But then I have another VA medical center I haven't been to in years, but it was close to my job. I made them my secondary. Okay. So one office that you may want to contact is Eligibility at the VA hospital. So contact them and ask them, because things could change. VHA changed regulations and procedures just like VBA does. So I'm pretty sure you can do it, but I don't want to steer you wrong. Contact the Eligibility at your primary and let them know, hey, I'm traveling, but I may need to stop in and get medication, because if I go to My Healthy Vet and do a refill there, they're going to send it to my primary address and I'm going to be on the road. So how do I stop in at, local VMAC and get a refill and or treatment? Okay. Leroy Day, hello, Mr. Kimball. I filed a claim on my big toe that was broken, active duty. I got my medical records after, but I filed it before I got them and has no file on my broken toe. What can I do? Veterans have the option of lay evidence. So if you had a spouse or a friend or something that maybe knew about it, I have a YouTube video where I talk about lay evidence. Okay. And it's old, but it's still good information. Go check out that video, because that could, I'm not saying for sure, but it could help to get you to that CMP exam. But remember, if you get to that CMP exam based off that lay evidence, that might be something that you want to explain to the examiner. Say, hey, I looked through my medical records, it wasn't there. They granted this CMP exam based on my lay evidence from my wife, my girlfriend, my kids, or whomever that stated that, hey, during this time I did break my big toe. Okay. Traveling Terry, all right, how you doing? Hope you're all over that COVID now. Hey, Terry, hey, thanks for asking, and thanks for everyone that reached out and was wishing me a speedy recovery. I think it was the second week of June, tested positive for COVID, and it hit me really hard. I think a couple of live streams ago, you could tell I was coughing, and the last 5 minutes I was fading really fast. And then I tested negative, and then I had a little lingering cough for a few days, but I'm all better now. So thanks to everyone that reached out. Thanks, Terry. I definitely appreciate it, but feeling a heck of a lot better. Gator Fan 23. My high-level review was passed on with intra-conference found duty to assist. My question, do they provide that I should been awarded more compensation and do rule in 125 days to answer back? Not really understand that question. I'm assuming that you filed a high-level review. You had a informal conference, I'm assuming, and they found a duty to assist error. In that, they should have asked or informed you what the duty to assist error was. Now, the 125-day rule, are they going to answer you back within that amount of time? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. It's a rule, but it doesn't mean that, it's a guideline that they always follow, because there could be some additional development that may be needed in your case. And remember, every claim is different. Okay, Tyrone Andrews said, good evening, America. And I'm going through these. Everybody, no one has said, hey, I'm, joining in from Hawaii. I'm on Miami Beach. I'm in, what is that? Times Square, New York. I'm up in Minnesota. I'm in Antarctica on iceberg, whatever. Let me know where you joining in from. Kristen Kelly says, what all evidence will the VA consider to have a claim expedited due to financial hardship? Thank you. Hey, good question. Go to my YouTube channel and search, okay? Because I did a video about hardship. And in M21, it states what claims are hardship, okay? So if you're 85 years or older, if you have a condition that's terminal, also if you have some type of financial hardship, you have to prove that, okay? You just can't say it, but it gives some examples, okay? I haven't looked at that M21 reference that states or gives some examples of a hardship. So go watch that video and you can look for the M21 number and the name of it and do that research, because those are just three that I gave you that I can remember. But again, It's been a while since I did that video. I think it was late last year, but go and do that research, okay? Because if you're doing it because of financial hardship, you're about to get evicted, you're late on your house note, termination, notice to cut off your lights, your water, and then you have to submit that to the VA. Ned Baker, hello, Dwayne. Thanks for all you do. Hey, I really appreciate it. And thank you for the support to the YouTube channel and also your continued support for joining in on my monthly roundtables that I have. I haven't found a guest speaker for this month roundtable. So I'll probably just pick a topic or video that I did and do a deeper dive into that video and take some questions about that particular video. Hello, Ms. Price. Hey, I got your text today. I'm sorry, your DM on Facebook. Glad you got the link and you're joining me. Thank you for the support. Okay, so everybody, that's me. Everyone ready? All right. So again, I'm going to put the Google review link in the comment section. So feel free to go out, go to my Google account, and you can leave a review. Let me know what you think about this Q&A session. And also other veterans see that as well, okay? And it lets them know what I'm doing because they may not be subscribed to the channel, but they may come across or do a Google search and see it. And they can say, hey, well, this guy's doing some really good stuff with his Q&A session and, his video. So definitely go out there and leave me a review. Okay, Remy, all right. Hello from Chi-Town. I'm assuming you're South Side. Where you at? If you're on the South Side, Remy, where you at? You're in the Wild Hunnets, or you up? I used to live on 47th and King Drive when I was in middle school. Okay, we got Annette Baker. Okay, from Arizona. Miss Dee, hi, Dwayne. I gave 2 Army vets your contact information. Hey, definitely appreciate the referrals and let them know. And also, I'm going to be creating a referral. So if anyone refers someone and they actually become a client, I'm going to do a $100 referral. So be on the lookout for that. But if they do that, I need to know that, hey, who referred them. You can go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, and that way you'll get notified when I start doing those referrals. Cook, great intro, brother. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for the support, Ms. Baker. I'm going to be doing a video. I found a nonprofit in Tampa, Seminole Heights, Tampa, and I'm going to be donating about 60 book bags and a bunch of school supplies. So talk with the video person today. They're going to come out, do a quick little video, and I'll post it on my YouTube channel or even put it on my website so you can see it. And all the proceeds, like these donations I get through YouTube and also monetization from YouTube, the revenue I generate from that goes towards the community outreach. I had a couple of individuals. I don't know if they're on here, but I had a couple of individuals, a local realtor. We did a veteran. I did a live veteran presentation at the realtor office. He came over, supported. He's a Navy veteran as well, and also another gentleman that's doing a lot of great work with kidney transplant recipients, and his business is called Kidney Care Coaches. So go check him out, Kidney Care Coaches. kidneycarecoaches.com. He even got a YouTube channel. He's starting out. So if any veteran, and I may do a YouTube, not live stream, but a YouTube video where I may bring him on and just ask him some questions, because there may be some veterans out there that's going through kidney transplants or having some type of renal failure. They're on dialysis. And this gentleman actually had a documentary on, I want to say, the History Channel. I think that's the wrong channel, but he has it on his website. So him and the realtor came over. They helped me fill the backpacks with a bunch of school supplies, spiral notebooks, filler paper, composition books. So definitely want to give them a shout out. But if I see their name, I'll bring it up and shout out. But again, the donations that you provide allowed me to do that. Okay. All right. Thomas, thanks for all your information. Definitely appreciate it. You're welcome. Debo, what's good, Dwayne? Hope all has been well. Yep. I was at the gym earlier and the clouds just open up and it just start raining like cats and dogs. But it's been hot here in Florida the last couple of days. I was in my truck, I think it was last week, and it was like reading 100 degrees. So we're getting a lot of rain. So it's definitely a lot of humidity as well. Ramon, Mr. Kimball, filed a claim in January, and now under evidence gathering, review, and decision, it has a date of June 16th. What does that date mean for me? I don't know, because when they put those dates on the VA website, I think they get the veterans' hopes up. Okay. If it's in evidence, it has to be either in evidence gathering or review and decision, one of the two. I don't think it could be in both. Okay. But I think that those dates that the VA provides veterans on the website kind of give false hope. Okay. Because if it's still showing June 16th, obviously we're past that and they haven't done anything. So, don't get so caught up in those dates. Okay. Okay. C. Thomas says Chicago. You C. Thomas, you from the north side, west side, south side. Washington, D.C. Okay. United States Air Force, 62 85 Vietnam vet. Okay, I see you. Virginia. Okay, J91. Welcome. Annette, I noticed new information came out on PTSD and MST. It does not state which they will use the new information. I haven't seen that, but I would ask you, Annette, did you receive an email from the M21? I think I saw something about that. I got an email notification about an update in the M21, but I didn't go out and look at it. Let me know if you received that, because I think you were in my roundtable that month where I was showing people how to subscribe to the M21 so you could get notifications. So let me know if that's the if you got the that notification from there. Blackbird 022. I've been told if your knee is rated at 60%, that's the highest amount available. There's a lot of codes using 6% rating, range of motion stiffness, and so on. True or false? Okay. One thing that you can do, you can call 800-827-1000. 800-827-1000. That's the VA's National Call Center. A document that you can ask for and request that they email it to you is a disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. I'm going to repeat that. A disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. Now, when you receive that letter, then you want to see what diagnostic code is being used. You can Google that diagnostic code or search the diagnostic code on the VA's website. Okay. Now, when you find that diagnostic code, it's going to be in the body system or musculoskeletal. Okay. When you find that diagnostic code, you'll see all the different percentages that can be assigned for that diagnostic code. A lot of times, if it's 60%, it'll be under diagnostic code. And I'm going to test my knowledge. I'm already off. 5. Somebody could tell me or Google the diagnostic code for knee replacement. I don't know it right off the top of my head. I think it's 5055, if I'm not mistaken. But when you have a knee replacement, if you're at 10%, they're going to increase it to 30%. And if you have, I think, a severe pain or something like that for the 60%, then it could be increased for the 60%. Okay. Now, that's when I've normally seen a single 60% assigned for the knee. Okay. So if you are service connected for the knee, disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic code, where can you get it? 800-827-1000, and you can request that they email it to you. If that VA rep doesn't want, or call center rep doesn't want to email it to you, hang up, call back, get somebody else until they email it to you. Look and see what diagnostic code is assigned for that. And then you can go to musculoskeletal, okay, and find that information, the criteria for that particular condition, okay? Okay, we got somebody from Minnesota. Tina, is it snowing up there? I got a friend of mine I went to high school with. He's up in St. Paul, and every time he posts pictures to Facebook, I always, he'd be at a baseball game or something. And I'll tell him, I'm like, man, look like it's about to snow. Them clouds are coming. All right, B-Bird, have a supplemental claim, a high-level review with duty to assist error. I've been hearing veterans say a lot on high-level review, duty to assist error. So what that means is either that VSR or the RVSR on that lower level on the rating activity screw up, and the DRO decision review officer on the high-level review found it. Okay, now the duty to assist error, that means it's going to always go in your favor. But I have been hearing veterans say this a lot. Duty to assist error has been found on a high-level review. And basically, that means that VSR or RVSR screwed up. And it's been happening a lot. Can't tell you why. Maybe they're stressed out, trying to make their quota. They're rushing through these claims and they're missing some of the little stuff. I don't know, okay? But again, that's why it's so important for the veteran to be educated. So if that happens, they understand what happened and to see, possibly if it could go against or in favor of the veteran. Okay, Yolanda Gibson from Florida. What part of Florida? Shane Hess, Ohio. Okay, go Army. 100% PNT. Hey, congrats. And don't forget, and Shane, go look at the video. I did 2 videos. One video, can you still work if you're 100% PNT? A lot of veterans asked me that question. I did a video on it, and I provided some answers. And also, who was it? It was, other benefits outside of the VA if you're 100% permanent total. That's an older video, but some of the information could be useful. So go to my YouTube channel and check those out. Howard denied cervical radiculopathy secondary to my strain. CMP doc said it was the result of degenerative disc disease and not cervical strain. However, I got my claims filed in 2020. Approved claim for neck. It said code 5242 DDD. So a lot of third-party contractors, what I've been seeing is if it's like, thoracolumbar lumbar strain or lumbar degenerative disc disease or cervical strain or cervical degenerative disc disease, if it's degenerative disc disease, what I've been seeing, and by no means am I a medical professional, okay? I'm not a nurse practitioner, physician assistant, none of that. I'm only talking about what I've been seeing. A lot of third-party contractors are denying those claims because they're saying, hey, it's a nerve condition. It can't be secondary to degenerative disc disease because it's a bone, not the strain, which is a muscle, and the nerves run through the muscle, okay? That's just what I've been seeing, okay? But again, I'm not a medical health professional, so I can't say. But before I go on the flip side of that, I have seen some doctors granted secondary, okay? But again, you, the veteran, will have to go out and do the research, go to a Mayo Clinic or wherever, Google it to see if that, cervical radiculopathy can be secondary to cervical degenerative disc disease, okay? All right, so we got 116 people. Again, I'm going to put the link to my Google account. Feel free to go out there, leave a Google review. Let me know what you're thinking about this Q&A session, some of the videos that you may have watched on YouTube channel. Just give some feedback so other veterans can see, hey, maybe join in or just read the reviews. I know I read a lot of reviews, especially if I'm ordering something or trying to do business with someone. I'll definitely read those Google reviews. And somebody let me know how many likes we got. Got 116 people in here. Carlos, hey Carlos, how you doing, sir? Hi from Puerto Rico. I hope you're doing okay. I definitely appreciate it. Hope all is well down there in Puerto Rico. Glenn, hello Glenn, how we doing? Pamela Carter, okay, Ohio. Pamela, are you a Buckeye or Wolverine fan? Sam Glaze, what's going on? Hey, Big Sarge. Hey, Sam, how we doing? Kevin S. Okay, there we go. If anybody can tell me, somebody tell me what movie is that Bruce Lee picture from? Kevin S., thank you for all you do. You're welcome. I failed to look up your contact information to email you, but we'll contact you soon. Okay. Thanks, Kevin, for the support and the support to my monthly roundtable. I know you've been in there a few times as well. Tina, my father served in Vietnam, and he passed away October 15th, 2021 due to bladder cancer. So sorry for your loss. I think we were talking the other day, but I was talking, no, I wasn't. It was another vet. And I remember back in 2010 when the VA added some conditions to 38 CFR 3.309 subpart E, tropical diseases. And I think it was coronary artery disease and 2 other conditions. But what they were looking at was the veterans that claimed a heart condition previous to 2010 and what did they pass away from? Okay. So a lot of veterans and or family members of veterans that already passed away, they looked at the death certificate to see the cause of death. And then they looked at 38 CFR 3.309 subpart E, tropical disease, to see if that was a condition on their list. And did the veteran previously claim that? Okay. So that might be something. I don't know if that's the question you're asking, but that's something that you may want to go out and do some research on. The real H-Town. Okay. So I'm assuming that's Houston. Dwayne, I'm rated 40% for urinary incontinence and 20% right sciatica paralysis with a combined rating of 93%. Almost there. I applied for Tdiu in April. Would that be the correct effective date? That I do not know because I'm not looking at all that information, because then the question becomes, when is the date you last worked? When is the date that you filed a claim for IU? Was it within a year of the date of you last working? It's a lot of, effective dates are tricky. And I did a YouTube video on effective dates, okay? But effective dates are a little bit hard with limited information because there could be something else in your file, But in that video that I did, I talked about some common effective dates, okay? So definitely go and check that video out. And if you go to my YouTube channel and look on click on the little hourglass and just type in effective dates, that video should come up. Reginald, hello, boss. Hello, boss. How you doing, Reginald? My info claim exam has been completed and submitted since December. Is there a way to get it pushed through? Why the long wait? I've been seeing that with some veterans, and kind of surprising to see that you had an exam in December and they still haven't rated it. It's hard to say why it's taking so long. The only thing I can say, Reginald, look at the video I did for hardship. Do you meet that qualification? And keep in mind, and also I did the video on the National Call Center. A lot of veterans say, well, I call the National Call Center. They're limited to what information they can give you. And guess what? They're not adjudicators. Okay, they're not adjudicators at the rating activity. They're not adjudicators at the high level review stage. They can't do anything but put the note in your file. And if they put a note in there, it may not get looked at for days or weeks or even months. Okay, so they cannot go in and make a decision on your claim or push it through, or anything like that. I did a video about the VA White House hotline. And in that video, I talked about some things that I did when I filed a complaint of how I got things pushed along based on what I was trying to do. Now, other veterans have told me it worked for them. It may or may not work for you. You have to follow that process and see. Okay, so definitely go and check that out. Pamela Carter, do you recommend using a medical service to write a Nexus letter? Okay, Pamela, what about the DBQ? Can't have a Nexus without the DBQ. But I did a video last year about why are some adjudicators not using the veterans DBQ and or Nexus statement. And one of the questions that veterans are not asking when that happens, well, you're not using it, but you're scheduling a CMP exam. Why? Why does the VA have the DBQs on their website if you're not going to use it and schedule a CMP exam anyway? That happened to me on my last claim, and I told them, no, I'm not going to see a doctor. Use the evidence that I've given you. My doctor looked at my VA claims file, so he looked at the same information that your doctor is going to look at, and he notated it on the DBQ. So no, I'm not going to go see your examiner that's never treated me before for them to say no, and then you're going to use that over my own doctor. Now, I'm not telling you not to go. That's a decision you, the veteran, has to make. Okay. But again, it's all a part of being educated on what you're doing and how the claims process can impact it. Okay. Because what I've been hearing from some veterans, they'll say, hey, I had a DBQ Nexus statement. I went to the exam, and then they said, hey, probative wait. We're going to use our doctor's information because they have access to your claims folder. But guess what? The veteran says, well, in my DBQ and or Nexus statement, my doctor said they reviewed my VA claims folder. So how can you use hold more probative weight with your doctor? But the question that I asked the vet, why even go to your own doctor and get a DBQ when you're going to go to the exam anyway? Now, I decided not to go. I'm not telling veterans to go or not go, but be educated. Either way, if you decide not to go, what could or could not happen? And if you don't go and they deny it and you have a DBQ, what do you do? Okay. But you can expect that. And then if you do go and they use it against your doctor, can't be mad because you just gave them bullets in the gun to deny it. Okay. But again, to go or not to go is totally up to you. I'm not saying go or not go. I'm just sharing what I've heard from other veterans and what I did with my claim. Okay. All right. We got 122 people in here. Let's make sure we get these likes up. I am going to put the link to leave a Google review in the comment section. So you should see that pop up here. Okay. So Dwayne Moore, I filed a claim for migraine headaches, IBS, ED, secondary to anxiety disorder from STL. What part of STL you from, Mr. Moore? I got some family members up in Florissant. Another buddy of mine lives down in South St. Louis over there by Anheuser-Busch, so I am familiar with that area. I went to college in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I'm from Southeast Missouri, about 2.5 hours south of STL, St. Louis, a little town called Charleston, Missouri. But anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. From STL, they only gave me one exam for headaches. Why I'm at 100 already. Are you asking, I don't know why they didn't do the exam for IBS and ED secondary to it. A lot of things have been, I've been seeing a lot of crazy things and hearing a lot of crazy things as it pertains to some veterans are claiming stuff secondary, and the VSR, the VA is not scheduling all exams. Don't know why. Could be one, they're rushing, lack of training, just don't want to, schedule exams. I can't say, but it's unfortunate. Just make sure you stay on top of it. Okay, Michael Anders, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I was given SMCS, but I have 100% claim for TBI. Shouldn't they have awarded SMCT? I don't know the criteria for SMCT right off the top of my head. I do know the criteria for SMC S, and part of the criteria for SMC L. There's a lot of SMCs out there. M, N, O, P, half step. I do have here my SMC old training manual right here. Okay. And you can see I got stuff tagged a little here. I would have to go through it, but it just has the different. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The different SMCs. You see them tagged over there where it says LMOP. I still have to go when I get asked that question. I still have to go and do the research to figure out, hey, what is the criteria for SMCT? So go to the M21. Now, the M21 is not law, it's just a reference. But again, one thing I like about the M21, you can do a search in there, sort of like Google. And when you find different topics that you are searching, it'll show up in yellow and you can scroll down and start your search there. And then when you get to that reference, the cool thing about it, if you look at the bottom of that reference, it may have a couple of court cases. It may have other M21 reference, and it may have a link to a 38 CFR. Because if you just go right to the 38 CFR, that's like a black hole, and you're going to spend a lot of time there. So for me, I go to the M21 just because it's easier to search, and then I could go from there to a 38 CFR or court case or another M21. But Michael, start your search there and go out to the M21 and look up the SMCT. Again, I've looked at it previously, not recently, so start your research there. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Thanks for the support to the channel. Miss you at the previous non-profit that you worked at. Thanks for joining in from LinkedIn. Thank you for what you were doing with the previous nonprofit that you worked at, helping vets. And reach out to me. Let me know. I know you were talking about in the previous conversation. You were doing some things. Let me know how you're doing. I'd like to know how things are going with you. But thanks for joining in tonight. Definitely appreciate the support. Ronald Richardson. Okay, Ronald, how you doing? You're in Tampa, right down south of you. I'm down in Apollo Beach. Okay, you got thumbs up there, Miss DD. Okay, all right. Gene Seminole Ranger. Hey, how we doing? Hope all is well. Good evening, Professor of VA Claims and Educator. Hey, thanks, Gene, for joining in, and thanks for the support to the YouTube channel and the Veterans Roundtable. Hope all is well with you up there in the Panhandle. Yes, can hear and hear. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Malden, Massachusetts. Thank you for your knowledge. Hey, you're welcome, Sam. Thanks for the support. Kenneth Ritter, good evening. I've submitted to get my claims filed back in March. I've yet to receive it. How long does it take to receive the claims file? Okay, Kenneth, this must be your first time. So one, thank you for the support. And I am going to let others, veterans on here, put in the comment section and answer Kenneth's question about how long does it take to receive the claims file. And I'm not putting you on the spot, Kenneth, but I want you to understand, it's different for everybody. So I just want everybody to respond to Kenneth and let him know how long did it take for you to receive your claims file. But Kenneth, it took me 11 months. And look in the comment section, okay, and you'll see the different responses, okay? And that will answer your question. So again, I'm not just putting you on the spot, but I just want you to see the inconsistency amongst all veterans of how long it takes. Again, it took 11 months to get mine. Okay, Gene said, even fellow vets, let's show our appreciation and give Dwayne thumbs up. Definitely appreciate it. Let's see. I'm starting looking at filing several DBQs through the James A. Haley Clinic. They don't do Nexus letters. Is it necessary to get compensation without Nexus letters and DBQs? Okay, so I think I did a video. I used to give training classes on DBQs and Nexus statements, what goes into them, when do you normally see them used. But if you're claiming something, let's say secondary or on a direct basis, a pre-service aggravation, you're going to need a Nexus. But when I used to work at the VA and some coworkers would use that clinic over at James A. Haley, a Tampa VA Medical Center, they did it mainly for increases, okay? Because if they do a DBQ, and also seeing VBA say, okay, well, we see you got a DBQ in My Healthy Vet, or you go to My Healthy Vet and you print off that DBQ and you submit it. A lot of times what veterans have done, they say, hey, here's the DBQ, send it over to the CMP exam and only ask for a medical opinion because I've already have a DBQ, okay? But again, if you look at that DBQ on there, it may ask what evidence is reviewed. So if that if that examiner doesn't have access to your VA claims folder, sort of kind of mute, because if you're claiming on a direct basis, they're going to need to see that link in service. Okay. So it's kind of tricky. You're going to have to figure out, hey, what you're doing, what your claim, how you're doing it, and again, how the VA claims process can impact it. Okay. So we got a little bit less than 10 minutes. I'm still trying to get through some of these questions here. Kenneth, also, does applying for Tdiu interfere with your CUU claim? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But again, I don't know what you're doing specifically with your claim. I'm not looking at any evidence. Do you have stuff on appeal? Things like that. So again, I wouldn't know because I'm not looking at exactly all your information. I can say it shouldn't, but every claim is different. I was looking for life insurance. VA informed me today that being this year, every January, a veteran can apply up to 40% in whole life just by being a veteran. The VA has good prices. Okay. That I don't know. But Tyrone, share some links if you have it with some other veterans. Sup, Dwayne, any thoughts on Cck Law Bringing a lawsuit against the VA? I haven't heard that. So I don't know the details of, what lawsuit they're filing or anything like that. So I'm unable to answer that because I haven't, I don't know of any lawsuit that they're bringing against the VA. I'm on the beach. Okay, good. Good for you, sir. Miss Didi, okay. Dallas, okay. Joining in from Tucson, Arizona, okay. DC, all right. We got North Carolina in the house. Hey, how long does the VA take to process a disability claim? Mine is taking forever to process, and it's in the decision phase. How long does the decision phase take? There is no set time frame, so I cannot give you an answer. I've seen veterans submit a claim with a DBQ and Nexus statement on a Monday, get a rating decision on a Thursday, seeing other veterans file a claim without a DBQ and a Nexus statement, and then a year and a half later, they're still waiting on a decision. So there's no set time frame. Okay. Okay, we got someone here from Baltimore. T Price joining in from Augusta. Hey, T Price. Hope all is well. I think you said you were traveling. So again, thanks for joining in. And for those of you who don't know, I also have a Facebook veterans group called VA Disability Service Connection. Please go out and join. I do share a lot of posts daily about different things as it pertains to the VA. Other veterans ask questions there, pass on information. You can join, do the same. But if you go to Facebook and do a search for VA Disability Service Connection, that's my my veteran veterans group. And also, if you go to Facebook and look up KMD89 VA Claims Consulting, that's my Facebook page. So a lot of information on both of those sites. So definitely go out and join. Brian, hey, join in from Indianapolis, Indiana, home of the 500, 100% Tdiu. Here's for the info. For the info, great work, appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Hey, KMD, do chronic fatigue is considered a presumptive? It could under Gulf War. Okay, again, there's the link to go out and leave a Google review. And I will be checking those a little bit later. Okay. And I do answer all the Google reviews, and I try to answer all my YouTube channel comments. Is one of the things I do first thing in the morning. As soon as I check my emails, as I'm checking my emails and I see a new comment, try to go in on YouTube and Google and answer, give feedback or try and answer some of those questions. I wonder if I can apply for getting help buying a house. I don't know. I mean, outside of the VA, talk to a realtor. I did a veterans. I think I did post it back in January, but I know what I did. I did, and I think I shared it. I had a guest come on back in January on my roundtable, and I think I did record it, and I think I uploaded, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, where they talked about VA home loans, they were a broker, I think loan officer or broker or something like that. And they talked about the different VA home loans and different stipulations and stuff like that. Greetings from Central Texas, just north of Weird. Okay. Are you over in Fort Hood, Killeen, somewhere? Hello, sir, from Middle Edgeville, Georgia. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome, Carl. Okay, Tony. Okay, coming in from New Mexico. Okay, what we got? Will they attempt to reduce your mental health rating if you're 100% by doing so? Would not change your overall rating? Would they just make your permanent total, or will take the SMC? Good question. So if they reduce your mental and you still stay up, if your mental was at 100 and let's say they reduce you down to 70, but your overall still is 100, if that single 100% help you get the SMCS, then yes, they will not reduce it. They will terminate the SMC. Shy City, okay, Shy in the building. Okay, I thought you said you're from Dallas, or you from Chicago by the way of Dallas, I'm assuming, okay? Gene Seminole Ranger, thank you for the support. You are one awesome educating professional of VA knowledge. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. You know it's my passion. Thank you again for all your support, and congratulations again on you maximizing your benefits. I'm going to go through just to see if we got any other super stickers, and I'm going to give them a shout out. Definitely. I got a couple of minutes left. Okay, say 62 likes as a 722. Okay, where are we at right now? We got 116 people in here. Again, I'm going to put the Google link to leave a review there. If you feel like leaving a review, I definitely appreciate it. D. Clark, Hayden Wing, ATL here, 7% trying to get 100. I acquired breathing issues while in the Army. Okay, do you have a copy of the claims folder? Do they show any treatment for those while in service? Can I apply for a VA loan? I'm not a VA. I'm not a loan officer. That's something outside the VA. So you have to contact, mortgage company, see what the rates are and what the criteria is. Keep up the good work, T. Price. Much needed. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for what you do for veterans as well. Ms. Linda, hello, Dwayne. Submitted claim on March 10th, 2022. Found 100% P&T. Congratulations. June 23rd. Also received 100% rating for PTSD from insomnia, anxiety, and SMCS. Congrats. I had an intent to file for March 2021. Go Navy, beat Army. Okay. Okay. Go Navy, beat Army. Wishful thinking. All right. All right. D. Clark didn't make claim till I was out 13 years. I asked for help while in, never any x-rays or anything, just Tylenol. Get a copy of those claims folder to see where you're at. Okay, so we're at an hour. I'm going to go ahead and go through, give a shout out to additional people. Hey, thanks, Mr. Spree, for the super sticker. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all the support for the roundtables. Congratulations. I know you had mentioned which you obtained in the previous, I think, 2 previous roundtables. So definitely thank you. Okay, Enter the Dragon. That Captain CUE, that is it. Yep, Enter the Dragon. Okay. All right. So, oh, wait a minute. A little bit over an hour. I'm going to take one other question here. Let me. Okay, here's one. Here's a new one. Okay. Sylvia Taylor, I have edema that I was diagnosed with in the military, but when I submitted my very first claim, it got denied saying it wasn't service connected, but I didn't have edema before I joined the military. Okay. So the question is, Sylvia, did you get a CMP exam? And on that CMP exam, did the doctor give a negative? Obviously, if you did have a CMP exam, the doctor gave a negative opinion. So then the question is, do you have a copy of that CMP exam to see what the rationale was? Okay. And also, do you have a copy of the medical records showing edema in military? I mean, during your military service. So there's some other questions that I have for you in regards to that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stay on. Somebody tell me how many likes I got. I got 110 people in here right now. Somebody quickly tell me how many likes that I have. Donna Kelly says it took 5 months for my claims file to arrive. I requested it mid-October 2021. Okay. So I think it was Kenneth that asked that question. Okay. So Kenneth, if you look through the comments, I couldn't really keep track, but it tells you, just from other veterans, how long it took them. So to answer your question, Kenneth, I think his name was Kenneth. There's no set time frame. There's different, like, Donna says it took her 5 months, took them 11 months. And I had to file a VA White House hotline, a complaint to get it, in that time frame. Other than that, it could have been over a year. Okay. All right, so Brubman. Okay, Brubman, I see you. Did you watch Brubman on that Martin reunion? Hey, what's up, Marty Ma? Okay, so 118 people. Is that how many likes I got? Captain Q, okay, and then Annette Baker. I'm assuming it's okay, 119 likes. Trucker Lala. Okay, I see you. Hey, I definitely appreciate that. So I'm gonna go ahead. We got 121. Okay. So everyone, thank you for joining in tonight. Thank you for the support to the YouTube channel. Thank you for your service. I can't thank you enough for supporting me. I definitely appreciate it. Continue. We'll keep it going. I will keep it going. The reason why I kind of got thrown off because somebody said, "Why does Navy waste time playing Army?" Because they think that they can beat them, but they lose. Okay, but anyway, just thanks for all the support. I'm going to keep these videos coming. I'm going to continue to do the Q&A. Again, go out to my veterans Facebook group, VA Disability Service Connection, and my business page, KMD 89 VA Claims Consultant. I am a resource for a group every Thursday, and we're going to be meeting tomorrow at noon. And you can find the link in my veterans Facebook group. Okay, so I'm going to throw that link up here for you. Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second to find a link to that group. VA Disability Service Connection. So everybody here, you can go to this Facebook link, okay? And you can scroll down and you'll see it's called Veterans Faith and Wellness and the VA Virtual Summit, July 7th, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it gives some information about the Zoom and all that. So you can go there and get some information. It's not my group. I'm just a resource for the group. All right. So definitely go check it out. Put the link to my veteran Facebook group in there. I'm sorry. Just forgot. Okay. So again, thank you for joining in tonight. Hope I was able to answer all your questions. Feel free to go out there and leave me a Google review. I definitely appreciate it. So that way other veterans can see what I'm doing as well. So everyone, please be safe. Hope you had a safe and fun 4th of July weekend, and look forward to seeing you again in my next VA live Q&A session. Thank you.